Welcome back to comics. So that was the intro to Ghost in the Shell for the PS1. I just wanted to show you that because I ended up getting this book for Masamune Shirow's work. So yeah, welcome back to comics, to Hot Comics TV. All right, this book just came out. I can't remember when it came out. It came out like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. No, it was a few weeks ago. And there was this show, the artwork for what do you call it? For a whole collection, for very large amount of the catalog for Masamune Shirow's work. So this is just what they released to the shops, I guess, because they were selling this directly at the gallery. There was like an exhibition that they had. Kodansha did put this book together, so it's quite a beautiful book, as you can sort of see. It's soft cover, but they've done a nice glossy, what do you call it, dust jacket for it. Let's just take that out. It's pretty good. It's got like pretty much a large collection for the major works of the catalog from Masamune Shirow. So yeah, it's a soft cover, as you can sort of see that. Inner liner with a nice green stock. So just to kick off, it's got, what do you call it, apple seed. It's got all the major illustrations for the comics, the stuff that was in the manga, as much as there was the stuff that was in the what do you call it, magazines and other publications. So promotional material. I think I saw these being recolored, but anyway, all the originals are here. So this is all the stuff that Masamune Shirow would have put together. All India ink, watercolors, pencils, beautiful material. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is apple seed still. Possibly. Dominion. No, it's just a whole mix up of things. But what's cool about this book is that it's collecting all of that and some of the other stuff that they had published on the weapons and Intro Depot ones and all the other material in between. So it's good, and it's a lot bigger. Hold on, look, let me go get it. Just bear with me. And I'm back. So that's your, what do you call it, the manga, Ghost in the Shell. This is the Kodansha edition? Yeah, Kodansha. And this is the Intro Depot, which is not that far from the dimensions of this book, but this book is a little bit bigger. So regardless, you're gonna get more real estate. And I saw some of the images were a little bit more amplified than the, what do you call it, the other books that I just showed. So I just wanted to show you the scale of the thing. Glossy stock. So the majority of these works have a digital component, obviously, but Masamune Shirow was using acrylics, as you can sort of tell. And on top of that, he would have done some digital sort of effects where he was apparently even photographing metal surfaces and then applying them in as a layer sort of thing in Photoshop, as you would. So yeah. Some of these illustrations I have not seen before because I don't have the Appleseed series complete, but it's pretty cool to see some of that. This is newish because this is very heavily digitally edited. I don't know what this is from, but that's the cool thing out of this book. You'll see a lot of new stuff. It's got a lot of 3D assets there that's being applied onto the artwork. Yeah, this is all new. The city, all the city landscape is 3D. sorry to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to adjust the light because the light is just a little too much. Right, so I'm good. Hold on. Anyway, we'll fend like this. I'll just old illustrations. It's got that very 80s sort of character design on a lot of these. But see, that's the 3D asset sort of stuff that I was sort of talking about before, that he would photograph metallic surfaces and then kind of import that as layers with texture, because you couldn't do these on the very first editions of Photoshop, even though it was that magical software. It had its limitations. Yeah, that's the cover for the intro depot book. All larger scale. He's always playing with that idea, robot, androids, girls, and doing police work. All in this cyberpunk sort of setting almost like from William Gibson from the Neuromancer. Oh, this is cool. This is very sketchy. Nice. Yeah, this is awesome. Fantasy. And very photographically, what do you call it? It's like he's using reference on that. Interesting. Very religious. Wow. Okay. Fantasy. So this is medieval sort of crusader stuff. Nice. This is the one thing that I never think about Matsumone's works. Him doing fantasy is like, generally what I'm thinking about is, you know, the cyberpunk sort of material, all the science fiction. The character designs is standing. So I was playing that intro for the Ghost in the Shell on the PlayStation, and this they're gonna do a series, if they're not already doing them, if they're not already in production, for the Ghost in the Shell, and they're gonna be actually using his original character design, and not gonna do what they did in the film for '95, and also they're going to be doing pretty much one-to-one to the manga. So we're gonna have Ghost in the Shell's TV series with these very one-to-one character design to the manga series. So look, I'm looking forward to that. Too bad the original cast for the Ghost in the Shell is not going to be part of that. Which that was what the Ghost in the Shell video game had. The cast from the movie was used for that intro that we just saw at the beginning of these videos. So pretty cool. Good stuff coming up soon. Matsumura is around 60 years old right now, so it's good that he's being active with that, and he's not just doing his normal, manga. He's being involved into the TV series, so it'll be cool to see him contributing to more anime. Cool anime. Cooler anime. Yeah, I don't know any of these materials. Looks like something out of Dragon Quest. Mm-hmm. New mangas were reprinted just recently. I think 2 years ago they reprinted a lot of this material, a lot of the manga. Obviously, it's all in Japanese, so it's a bit problematic for us who don't command the Japanese language, but just paying for the admission of the book, just paying for the artwork is, I guess, good enough. But I haven't bought those books yet. Beautiful character design. Yeah, this is Orion. I haven't seen this at this scale. Well, what a treat. It's using a lot of 3D, patterns being applied. These are fabrics. Very cleverly done. These look like those markers, those alcohol-based markers, not Copic markers. When you do industrial design, you sort of do that you have that type of material, you use that type of media. Using a lot of assets to do this. Warping fire. I don't think I've seen these work before. It's very new. Heavy 3D usage. A lot of 3D assets. Very processed. Alright, so these are the classics. Really interesting material there. Classic cover for the Ghost in the Shell. Oh, they're mixing it up. Nice. I love this illustration, it's so cool. We got a little bit of process here. So generally when you do stuff in digital, you will have more than one edition. You have a couple of variants and you'll go with the one that you'd be happier with. Very interesting to see that. Yeah, I remember seeing the variant of this. Very cool. Love to see him working the process of him sort of digitally putting everything together. It'd be interesting to see that. This illustration is so good. Love that a lot. Touch of commas. Very touch of commas. One of the most well-known illustrations for the Ghost in the Shell, as we all know and love. Oh wow, color. I haven't seen this in color before. That's cool. Variant to the original. Nice. Well, the final cover that they ended up using, so yeah. Ah, wow, mirror images. So this is what you end up using. I don't remember seeing these, but for promotional material. Very nice. All heavily processed digitally. Yeah, bigger scale. It's the majority of the covers for the Ghost in the Shell Part 2, I guess. These are some panels, pages. Sort of mixing it up. Some of the colors. I remember seeing this. This is for a page again. So if you have been in the fence, this is available right now. If you have seen it, it just got released. So it's a bunch of shops that have it. Be careful where you get it from, because you might have to be paying for shipping, and the shipping's can get nailed through the shipping costs. That's the new collection that they did. It was like a chunky Onibus like book that had the whole collection of Ghost in the Shell. I think the first part, or maybe the whole run, but only one volume, and that was the cover for it. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of this. This is a little... yeah. Ah, yeah, for the TV series, right. The Major in red. Maybe kind of cold to Akira. That's beautiful. Wow. Take a look at that. It's awesome. Character designs. He was doing very spicy work not long ago. That's cool, that character design, that's awesome. It almost looks like something out of a fighting game. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Very spicy. Oh my god. Masamune, what were you thinking? Oh my god, that's heavy 3D. The whole thing's digital. I wonder if he does like a sort of layout in pencils. That's the thing that I'm always questioning about 3D imagery like this, that's all heavily done in 3D with 3D assets, like all the architecture, as you can sort of see. But it stops being, I don't know, like where does he give like some sort of planning, and where does the 3D artists come in and start sort of doing the entire setup? And he's just introducing his little, what do you call it, rendering there. It's all 3D. Oh wow, double spread. Let's just open that up. Pretty awesome, actually. But what's going on in these panels? Very heavily 3D assets. Very steampunk. It's all steampunk, I mean. Victorian era sort of material. Ah, the glare. Hmm. That's cool. What a cool character design. Yeah, I remember these Western theme. A lot of nice character design. Oh, this looks very cartoony. The character design stuff for the video game, right? Looks like character artwork for an anime. Yeah, that's very cool. I wonder what that is. Anyway, now you know what's in this book. So if you're interested or if you've bought it, please let me know. I would like to know if you have the same problems as I have, that every time a Masamune book comes out, you have to buy it. No, but like, jokes aside, I think that this is a very good collection, especially if you haven't bought some of the weapons or intro depot books that have been released over the years. So this, I think, this is a pretty good collection, especially if you haven't got like a lot of that older stuff. This kind of like has like a big collection of the catalog of his portfolio, so you're pretty much in the good with this, especially if you haven't bought what do you call it, some of the new Ghost in the Shell. Maybe you just got the original Ghost in the Shell book and you haven't dived into the next ones, but you still enjoy the illustration aspect of things. This is a pretty good collection, and I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, I think it's around 70-something bucks, which in the larger scheme of things, it's pricey. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. You have a lovely day. Bye bye.